Hey everyone, it's Tracy here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make an Easter card using a Paper Smooches stamp set and die. So first I'm going to take the bunny from the A Magical Spring set from Paper Smooches, and I'm going to stamp that on a piece of 110-pound Coordinations cardstock, and I'm stamping that in Tuxedo Black Memento ink because I'm going to be using my Copics to color it in. So I chose the W1 and W3 Copic markers, which is more of a warm gray color. And I'm going to start by coloring in the whole image with the lightest color, which is the W1. And after I get that all colored in, I'm going to take my darker color, which is the W3, and just put a little bit in some of the areas where there would be a natural shadow, or that I just want a little bit of darker areas. And then I'm going to take the W1 again and just color in the whole thing. And then I just want to give the bunny a pink nose, so I'm going to use the RV10 Copic marker and just give the bunny a little pink nose. And then I'm going to fussy cut the entire image out, and I'm going to leave a white border around the edge. And then I'm going to take the Notebook Basic die from Paper Smooches, and I'm going to cut that out of a piece of the same Coordinations 110-pound cardstock that I used. And I'm going to run that through my Cuttlebug. Use the A plate, C plate, your die, your paper, and then a B plate. And then I'm going to create a little background on that using Distress inks. I picked out 2 blue colors and 2 greens. So I have a piece of washi tape that I'm going to use as a mask. And as you can see, I just put a little adhesive on the back of that so that it didn't move when I was applying my ink. So there is the thicker washi tape, and it's like a Christmas one that I never use, so I figured I would just use it as a mask since I know it'll come off my paper easily and won't rip it. So I'll start with the blues. I have my lightest color, which is Broken China, so I'm going to start with that as the base, and I'm going to ink the whole thing up in blue. And I just work my way in from the edges so I don't get any weird lines or anything on there from the applicator. And you can do it as light or as dark as you want, just depends on your preference. And then I'm going to take the faded jeans and just work a little bit of that in on the edges so that it's kind of like ombre. It's darker on the edges and lighter in the middle. And then I will remove my masking tape on the bottom. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to apply my washi tape onto the blue side now so that I don't get any green up there. And then I'm going to start with the Mowed Lawn and just ink up the entire bottom like I did with the blue side, working my way in from the edges again. And then I'll use my darker color, which is Pine Needles, and I'm going to do the same thing and just put that along the edges. The Pine Needles is a little bit more of a bluer green, I would say, than the Mowed Lawn, so it kind of blends in nicely with the blue side. And then I will remove my masking tape there one more time. I'm just going to clean up my mat a little bit, get all the extra ink off there. And then I'm going to take my inks here that I have. I have 2 Memento Luxe and a Mama Elephant. These are pigment inks, and I'm going to use that on the little Easter egg stamp set. So here's the Sweet Plum. It's a purple color. And the nice thing about these inks, they kind of sit on top of your paper so they don't bleed in, so the color stays a little bit better when you're putting them onto the distress inks. And then I have Ocean from Mama Elephant. It's a really pretty teal color. And I'll stamp that on to the grass part. And then my last color is Rosebud. And right there I just stamped the blue again because it didn't quite show up like I wanted it to, which is nice about the clear stamps. You can re-stamp it if you didn't like it the first time. Alright, now that I got those done, I'm going to stamp the sentiment that is also from the same stamp set. It says Hoppy Easter. And I'm going to do that in black using my Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Alright, for my background, I chose a pattern paper from Jelly Bean Soup. It's like a pink florally color. And then I was thinking about adding some ribbon to it, but I ended up not doing that. I'm actually going to go back and pick another pattern paper from that paper pad. It's the striped one right there. And I'm going to use the same notebook die, and I'm going to run that through my Cuttlebug so that I have a little notebook page from the striped paper. And I'm going to use that to go behind that other one, as you can see right there. I'm going to offset it a little bit so that it's just kind of peeking from the other side. And I originally placed it down here, but after I try to place things and decide where I want it to go, I end up picking it back up and moving it to the other side of the paper. And then I will adhere down. I'm going to use some twine. So I'll cut that and then adhere that down onto the back side. It's kind of the cheater method. It's easier for me to tie bows this way. So if you have trouble tying your bows, I recommend doing it this way. It'll be easier to get a bow on your card. So then I'm going to pop up my distress ink part. And right there I just take the little embossing or powder tool, since I put adhesive on the back of that when I was inking it just so that it wouldn't stick down in the middle. And then I'm also going to use some pop dots to adhere the bunny down. And then I'll cut a shorter piece of my twine, and then I'm going to tie my bow right around that part. And this way you don't have to have any fingers holding down your bow to try to tie it and get it right. It's much easier. Okay, and then I'll just take this card front and adhere that to a white A2 size card base. And then I'm going to take my gold Wink of Stella pen and just apply that to each of the Easter eggs just so that they have a little shimmer to them. And there's my finished card. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Bye!